Welcome to Crowley ISD Center for Teaching and Learning's demonstration video. This video will highlight CISD best practices, high academic expectations, critical thinking, and frequent checks for understanding, as demonstrated by Michael McDaniel.
Pick up your folder, pick up a warm-up and the lab sheet, both papers.
As students enter the room, they are greeted with a warm-up activity to immediately activate their thinking processes. Notice how Mr. McDaniel also uses a timer to promote the students' time management skills.
But on your warm-up, your first question asks to come up with a real-life example of Newton's third law of action-reaction. So I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock. You guys have 5 minutes as a group to complete those two problems.
To ensure task adherence and hold students accountable for the learning, Mr. McDaniel circulates the room, checking in with each group and individual students as they work on their warm-up.
Give me an example for speed, velocity, acceleration.
Mr. McDaniel stretches students' thinking by asking them to provide real-life examples, explain their answers, and offer justification of their thinking. Using these stretch moves, he upholds high academic expectations for his students, and they rise up to meet them.
Kylie, give us an example, a real-life example of when Newton's third law of action-reaction would take place.
Jump on a trampoline.
All right, so if you're jumping on a trampoline, explain to us how that would represent Newton's third law of action-reaction. And then for, if you turn a corner, why would that be acceleration? Changing direction, very good. All right, make sure you tell me why out to the side of this.
Loop back is a technique to keep students from opting out. Notice how Mr. McDaniel circles back to a student who previously answered incorrectly and has him revoice the correct answer to ensure learning.
Dorian, what would velocity be?
The change in speed.
The change in speed, is that velocity though?
No, the change of speed.
No.
Somebody help him out, Renee, help him out. Help him out. What, he got velocity wrong. Velocity is not a change.
Oh, velocity? No. Oh, speed and direction.
Very good, thank you, Dorian. Velocity is your speed and direction. Speed and direction. So Dorian, back to you again.
The whole brain teaching strategies, mirror, and gestures activate students' visual, motor, and auditory cortices, which boost engagement and retention. Mr. McDaniel uses these tools to teach speed, velocity, and acceleration in this science lesson.
Mirror me.
Mirror you.
All right, speed is.
Speed is.
How fast you're going.
How fast you go.
All right, velocity is.
Velocity is.
Your speed.
Your speed.
And direction.
And direction.
And acceleration is.
Acceleration is.
A change.
A change.
In speed.
In speed.
Or direction.
Or direction.
Instead of reading to the students or having only one student read aloud, Mr. McDaniel involves all students in the text through this interactive reading strategy.
We're going to read the directions together. All right? So when I stop with the directions, all right, you're going to fill in the missing words so I know that you're following along with me. Today you will be investigating Newton's third law of.
One way to check for understanding while making every student an active learner is through the use of total participation tools such as hold-ups, hand signals, or whiteboards, as seen here when students answer questions about speed, velocity, and acceleration.
S is going to be this. This is for speed. This is speed right here. All right. V is going to be like this. And acceleration is going to be like this for an A. Hold up your hand signal. 1, 2, 3. We got velocity, 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 velocity.
Assigning individual roles within cooperative learning groups is an effective strategy to raise the level of accountability and keep students authentically engaged in the learning. For this science experiment, the students choose between launcher, timer, measurer, and recorder.
Number 1, we need a launcher. The launcher's job is to blow up the balloon to different sizes. You're going to have 3 small trials and 3 large balloon trials. Number 2, somebody's going to need to be a timer. The timer is going to have to be somebody who has a cell phone. All right? You're going to time from when the balloon launches to when it stops.
Effective teachers create classrooms in which all students are authentically engaged in the learning and held to higher standards, as seen here in Mr. McDaniel's science classroom.